Hi, my name is Jacob Gordon. I'm currently a second year finance major here at USF Moonway College of Business. For this class, I'm currently taking ISM 3011. I'm doing this Tableau project, analyzing this big source of data here. So I'll hop into it. So basically, this data is showing from 2019 to 2020 the sales of different kinds of watercraft, kayaks, paddleboards, canoes. They have it separated by region and states within the regions, as well as the specific item types and the profit that each item and number of units sold for each item as well. So first I separated all this by region, so you can see that the sales of the watercraft cumulatively is highest in the West and has the most profit as well, about 8 million more. But I have these sliders over here that show the different quarters, so when you divide it, actually the number of sales in the second half of the year much higher for the non-West regions, and the East actually has more units sold in quarter three and four, excuse me. In quarter four, especially, the East has much higher, but still not quite as much profit as the West does overall. So the West is by far the most profitable region for watercraft. So when you divide the West region into the states that are included, we have it by region, by profit and number of units sold. California is by far the highest here, and nothing's really close to it, but just kind of analyzing the other states, you got Arizona, Washington, and Wyoming are next kind of highest, and these states would make sense because they have large tourism, like natural reserve parks and rivers and areas, and most of them are on the coast, besides Wyoming, but it makes sense that these areas have high sales on watercraft because they have high touristy water attractions for people to come use. Move it on. In California, this mapped the largest number of profit in the state by city. So all these cities have profit over 10 mil for these watercraft, which one makes sense because, excuse me. So yes, these are the most popular, excuse me. These are the most popular cities in California, so it would make sense that they would have the highest sales. So this divides those big cities by the items specifically within the cities, as well as the profit and number of sales. So looking at purely just sales, Los Angeles has the highest amount. Los Angeles has the highest amount of just sales, but if you look at profits, profit is the thickness of these lines. So the thickest line that there is this blackfin board, so it's the most profitable, even though it doesn't have the most number of sales, which will make sense by it's more luxury or quality item. It's more expensive, so it would produce a higher profit. When looking individually at an item, the blackfin here adding up to 3 thicknesses, as well as the cruiser here along the 3, are the 2 most popular in the state, in these big cities type of item. They're both paddle boards, so something interesting to note. So the profits here, just in Los Angeles, since it was the most profiting and sales city, just over the 2 years here, it'd be interesting to note just that in 2020, the Pelican here had very high profit, even though the number of sales is very low for both of these. So again, it's probably a luxury item compared to these 2 down here that have sold a lot, especially both years, but the profit isn't as high. So they're probably cheaper, a more popular option for some people. So the dashboard here kind of just shows the regions as well as these popular cities in California and the Los Angeles chart. But this is customized by both the year and the quarters. So when you change, you can kind of just see how each region is doing, as well as how each item specifically is doing in the most profitable cities here, and most profitable city overall, which was Los Angeles. So you can kind of just see by time period how each one's doing. So the story here overall just kind of went by mainly just sales by himself and profit, and it kind of just led by region, which led to California being the highest, which led to Los Angeles being the most profitable city, and then these items within Los Angeles being very profitable. And then by year, you can see which item specifically did the best. And overall, that's my analysis on these watercraft items sold in the US.